Hey there, guys. Welcome to the channel. So Trump just received probably the biggest boost to his campaign since he learned he'd be running against Hillary Clinton. And we'll get into all that and everything it means. But first, a very, very big thank you to everyone that's been subscribing and commenting and joining us. Really, really appreciate it. So, there's a lot of things going on in our politics, man. Things we never thought we'd ever see. And this one's pretty massive. There's a growing belief among Democrats that Biden is going to face impeachment, or health issues, or something else that's going to cause him to step down. And a lot of it is happening right now. So let's get into it.
Liz, you agree with Nikki Haley, quote, a vote for Biden is a vote for Kamala Harris. You agree with that?
I do agree with that, Stuart. As you said, the president looks increasingly frail. He looks doddering. I mean, most Americans don't think he should be running. Even 44% of Democrats think he's really incompetent to stay in the Oval Office for 4 more years.
So here's the thought. So voting for President Biden might as well be a vote for Vice President Kamala Harris. Everybody knows that. I don't know if you guys remember when McCain was running, they talked about Sarah Palin being a heartbeat away from the presidency. Well, we're really there. And, there's this feeling that Biden's time is limited. I'll be honest, I'm not the biggest Nikki Haley fan at all, but given the choice between her and Biden or Kamala, of course, I would back Nikki Haley. It would hurt. It would go against all of my anti-neocon beliefs, but better the devil you know than the devil you really know. But anyway, so the vibe I'm getting is that many Democrats, they sense a shift. And, there's talk about Biden facing impeachment, which means Trump could likely be running against Kamala Harris. And when it comes to polling, Trump hasn't been shining like he'd hoped probably against Biden, but probably due to Biden's, relative likable nature to the people that aren't paying attention, at least compared to Hillary. But he did well in the polls against Hillary because, she had her own set of challenges when it came to public perception. But here's the thing, where it gets interesting. Current data suggests that Kamala is even less popular than Biden and probably less popular than even Hillary was. And if that's the case, Trump's chances, they look a lot brighter, man. Take a look at this. But before we do, thanks to everyone that's been subscribing and commenting. Really appreciate the support. If you haven't already, please help us with the algorithm. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Most importantly, share the channel.
And so you have to worry, if he's like this now, what's he going to be like 4 years from now? And it's because of his stubbornness and arrogance, qualities that we've just been reading about dominated the decision to get out of Afghanistan in the way we did, the disastrous pullout. He won't step aside, Stuart, even though I think he must be hearing from leaders of the Democratic Party that he has to do that. Because guess what? 44% of Democrats don't want him to run. Only 13% of Democrats want Kamala Harris to run for president.
So did you catch that? Only 13% of Democrats are rooting for Kamala Harris to make a presidential run. I mean, just think about that contrast. Trump's somewhere around 40% right now, while only 13% of her own people want to have to listen to that laugh even once more. And to put that in some kind of perspective, Chris freaking Christie is more popular than Kamala Harris. That's rough, dude. That's gotta hurt. And if Biden does face impeachment and Kamala steps up, that would obviously be a very, very favorable situation for Trump or anyone who has the Republican nomination.
This vice president that we have is incompetent, and all we need to do is look at her record on the border to make that assessment and to warn off Americans for voting for Joe Biden, because God forbid, with Kamala Harris takes over the Oval Office, if the way she treated our open border, the flood of illegal millions of migrants into our country, dismissing that with a sort of hysterical laughter.
And you know what it is? It's that signature cackle of hers, man. It's like Trump's got the iconic mugshot image. Kamala has that laugh. And let's be real, man, that has got to absolutely grate and just claw at even the most diehard Democrat supporter. Hillary had a similar vibe going on with her laugh, but nothing like this. Hillary's was kind of an arrogance, like she was getting away with something, or like too smart for us. Kamala's, it's rooted in like some sort of strange fear or imposter syndrome, which I think is exactly what happens when you basically are an affirmative action hire at a very, very powerful position that you really probably don't belong in. But anyway, it's too bad they're not running at the same time. I'd be curious to know which one of them is actually more unpopular. Let me know in the comments who you think that is. I think my vote is still on Hillary. But anyway, this whole scenario, it's looking like a win for Trump. I mean, if Biden does face impeachment, Kamala steps up as a main contender, I can't imagine, honestly, the level of underhanded cheating or suppression that it would take to elect her. But anyway, that's just my take, guys. Let me know yours in the comments. And please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Most importantly, share the Common Sense Garage. We'll see you in the next one.